what's happened with Paredes just absolutely lighting it up. Obviously you're probably surprised by what he's done. Can you explain how a trade like this happens? Not that it was, forgetting whether it was a successful trade or not, but does the team or Al come to you and say, look, we want Meadows. They're giving us a choice of who they want of X, Y, and Z. Who should we send? And, the whole, because he's just, as you know, he's just knocking the cover off the ball.
No, he's having a tremendous first half. And I think if anything, if we always evaluate what we've seen in players while they've been our watch and then when they go somewhere else and what they do. Number one is we knew Isaac Paredes was a good player. Before I got here, how hyped up he was. He'd come up a couple different times. He had never hit for power. And so that's to me, the curiosity is what did they unlock that allowed him to hit for that pull power? It's mostly all pull power down the left field line. So when we traded for him, traded him for Meadows, we were looking to add a bat in the big league level, and that's who they targeted, mostly because of where there wasn't a path to the big leagues for him with us that was obvious. Scope is obviously here for a couple of years playing second. He's playing very good defense. He's starting to hit. Jamer Candelario coming off leading the league in doubles. Ryan Kreidler had kind of ascended as the next infielder that was in the conversation. Paredes had been up and down a couple different times. And so I could see why that would be a targeted guy. I love Paredes' baseball IQ and how he plays the game. But when we came at the end of the season, or the end of the spring, and we'd lost Riley Green, the offensive need was very real, and we had a chance to get a middle of the order bat who'd hit a ton of home runs in Tampa. And Al and I talked about it, and then we did it. Now, we didn't think that Paredes was a washout. You don't try to win the trades by giving them somebody bad and you take somebody good. They're smart too, but it is makes you think about how we didn't untap the power, and I think that's where we look internally and see what did we see, what did we not see. He hadn't hit for that kind of power in the minor leagues or the big leagues in our organization, and you wish him well. I didn't love the 2 homers he hit against us. That sucked.
Yeah, well, so when you say develop, is there something, because it's such a short time, because people say, well, Tampa can develop players, the Tigers can't. Is there something that quick that could just trigger something like that, or is it just, random luck?
I think a little bit of perspective, a little bit of second team, third team for Isaac. It's a little, he's been traded for twice. So
right.
We can't be dumb for trading for him for the first time and dumb for trading him the second time. You're either,
right.
You're going to either have your mapped out plan or not. And I would disagree that we haven't developed players. We've got a number of homegrown guys on this team, and drafting in the Rule 5 with Badu, that was pretty smart, developing the young kids that we've had, the right picks at the top of the draft with Riley and Torque. Willie Castro's developing right in front of our eyes, even if it's going to be a utility player. That's something to do. And but I get it. I think we have to figure out, was it something as simple as changing his sight line of trying to get him to pull the ball more? I think with our organization, he carved the ball a little bit more, tried to be a good hitter, wanted to hit 300, wanted to OPS in the 800s by getting doubles. He looks like he's launching to left field way more than I saw here. And even some of the balls last year with us, he'd swing as hard as he could and hit the ball to the warning track. It wasn't, for whatever reason, he didn't barrel balls and get balls over 100 miles an hour. Exit velocity was generally those guys that hit the ball out of the ballpark.